From the city beautiful Chicago, Illinois, Comcast Sportsnet presents White Sox baseball. It's Paul Konerko, Alex Rios, Carlos Quinton, and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Michael Young, Vladimir Guerrero, and the Texas Rangers. Hi, everybody, and welcome. With Steve Stone, I'm Ken Harrelson as we get set to bring you the first of this three-game set and the first of this 10-day, 9-game homestand. 3 with these guys, 3 with Cleveland, 3 with the Tigers. So the Sox coming off that 7-game road trip where we took 2 out of 3 in Cleveland, split the 4-game series down to Tampa Bay, coming home 4-3, not all bad. As a matter of fact, but this month of June, we have 18 games played here in the city of Chicago, counting the 3 over at Wrigley Field against the Cubs. But tonight, trying to get us started off on the right track, on June 1st, Mark Burley.
I remember Mark Burley's last time out. That was Joe West interrupting his performance in the 3rd inning. So Burley went 2 in the 3rd innings, and he should be strong tonight because he's had an extra day off. That always helps. Mark Burley's 11-4 against his Ranger team lifetime. It's a Ranger team that's 8-15 on the road. They've lost 8 of their last 9. They've really struggled. They put Nelson Cruz on the disabled list, and that can't help them any. And so they send Rich Harden to the mound. He's 2-1, but the story with Harden is the fact that he's averaged less than 5 innings per start. He also has walked 34 men and 49 in the 3rd innings. If you allow him, he will walk you. The question is, will the Sox allow him tonight? This is a big game to win, the first game of a homestand, the first game of a series, and let's go get him.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
Homestand for the White Sox, easily the warmest night of the season here at home in 2010. How you doing, everybody? I'm Chuck Arfon. If the White Sox hope to turn this season around, now is a great time to do it. They play 18 of the next 24 games right here in the city limits of Chicago. Before the game, Kenny Williams said, hey, he's not panicking. He still believes in this team. There is no deadline to make any sort of moves. And I spoke with Paul Konerko before the game, and he still thinks this team can go on a run, and soon.
You know, it was a good trip. I mean, we've had enough bad ones this year to know the difference. And, we won a series in Cleveland, and we split against Tampa in Tampa. And, Tampa's the best team going right now in the American League. And, we should feel good about that. And 4-3 on that trip is not a bad trip. I mean, of course, you'd always like to run the table or maybe just get one loss. But, like I said, compared to a lot of trips we've had, it's a step in the right direction. So, hopefully that's going to lead to some good things this week, and we got a long home stretch here, including the games at Wrigley. We get to stay at home, so let's hope that a couple weeks from now we're looking back and hopefully we've made up some ground.
You mentioned that a home stretch. I mean,
how important is this month for you? Is it basically make or break to have a big month because of the home games?
Well, I think you never know what the other teams are going to do in your division. So, but I think you have to assume that they're going to play well. And so, yeah, if we don't, if we don't get going and close the gap a little bit and play well, like I said, you have to assume they're going to play well. And if you go any deeper, any further back, with only 3 months to go, then it makes it even tougher. So, but at the same time, who knows how those other teams are going to play? But I think you have to assume that they're going to be good, and they're going to do their job and play well. And we got to get going and get somewhere. I don't even know where we're at right now, but let's try to get inside of 5 games. A month from now, at least you're in striking distance if you're there.
Well, interleague play starts a week from Friday, and before the game, pitchers getting some swings in. This is Freddie Garcia going deep. Gavin Floyd did it twice, but keep in mind this was also batting practice. All right, Mark Burley takes the mound here tonight, and this will be his first start since being ejected by umpire Joe West in Cleveland. So what song was blasting in the clubhouse? What CD was blasting in the clubhouse before the game? Joe West's country music CD, Blue Cowboy. Maybe that'll inspire Mark to have a big game here tonight. That is going to do it for me. Up next, it's the call of the game. It's Hawk and Steve. First pitch coming your way next.
And the Rangers will line up with Andrews leading off, and it's Young, Kinsler, Guerrero, Hamilton in left field tonight with Arias, Murphy, Trainer, and Gentry playing center field and hitting ninth. Jimmy John's defensive setup, how they'll line up behind Mark Burley. Left to right, Pierre, Rios, and Quinton in the infield, Vizquel, Ramirez, Beckham, and Konerko. A.J. Przinsky behind the plate, the Toyota starting pitcher, Mark Burley. He's looking for his 4th win of the year. He's always been tough against these Rangers at 11-4. Hopefully tonight he keeps that changeup down. It's very warm at the ballpark, and it's going to be lively. Game conditions, 78 degrees, 56% humidity, the wind out of the south-southwest, and it's partly cloudy. There you look at the umpires tonight, and as Mark Burley gets ready to go, I'll turn it over to my play-by-play partner, Hawk Harrelson.
All right, Stone Pony, thank you. And Elvis Andrus, first pitch of the ball game, is taken for a strike. Andrus comes in hitting at 311. Last time we saw them, he was hitting about 245. So he has been on a tear. And that pitch away, the count 1-1. This is the 4th meeting of the year between these two clubs. In the first 3, Texas has won 2 of them. There's a chopper back through the middle and into center field. So good speed aboard. He has 18 stolen bases. But we have Mark Burley on the bump, who has already picked Andrus off one time this season. And that will bring up the always consistent Michael Young, hitting at .315, 5 homers. He's driven in 29. One of the most under-the-radar players in the major leagues.
We saw him in Texas. He wasn't hitting anything.
Not for him. He was hitting .259.
And now he's starting to really swing the bat well, which is pretty much like he does against just about everybody but Mark Burley, as you see by that graphic.
Andrus now has hit safely in 26 of his last 29 ball games. And he has a good lead. Bit of a gap out there in left center. Vizquel halfway and off the line at third. And there's the strike. And here at beautiful US Cellular Field, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straightaway center.
If you missed it, the Sox disabled the third baseman before the game, and so Martin will not be available. In his place at third will be Omar Vizquel, and Martin has a fracture of his middle finger.
Long set. And that one's foul straight back. So the count 0-2 to the veteran Michael Young. Young in his career, 10 for 51 lifetime off Burley. And of the 10 hits, 9 of them have stayed in the park. Another good lead. And just back in safely.
Came an eyelash from getting him. Actually, Andrus looked like he was ready to go, or he just didn't read that move. Just back in under the tag on the elbow. Mark knows he let him get away.
Ian Kinsler on deck. And that's way high. So the count 1-2.
The break we caught was Nelson Cruz going back on the disabled list. The first time we saw this team, he was DL'd. He came back, hit the ball pretty well. Now he's disabled again.
And that evens the count at 2. And other action. American League shows Baltimore at New York, Detroit hosting Cleveland, Tampa Bay at Toronto, Oakland taking on the Carmines at Fenway, Angels at Kansas City, and Seattle at home against Minnesota. 2-2 pitch. Shanks that one into the seats. Souvenir right side. Texas comes in 26-24. 1 game back of Oakland. They're hitting .267 as a club with a 4.23 ERA.
And they're doing all of that without being able to win on the road. They've been just abominable away from Texas. They're 8-15. They've lost 8 of their last 9 on the road.
Good. And that is into the LG Skyline Club seats. So the count hangs at 2 balls, 2 strikes. First of a 3-game set, first of a 10-day, 9-game homestand. 3 with these guys, 3 with Cleveland, 3 with the Tigers. And trouble. That's foul. Thank you very much. Whew. Looked like it was going to be fair. And it goes just foul.
James Hoy on the call. He's straddling the line. Young gets this changeup off the end of the bat. Mark got this up a little higher than he would like. And fortunately, the ball sliced on the right side of the line.
Off the end of the bat, that ball thank goodness, had a lot of spin on it. And once again, the 2-2. Another good lead. And Burley just will make sure that Elvis knows that Mark knows that he's around. Snap throw, not in time, full count. So he had him 0-2, and now he is right back into the at bat.
Got to be careful with that secondary lead, and the feet went out from under Andrus. But he's able to go to the back of the bag, and that's a lesson for all you young base runners. On a tag play, go to the back of the bag.
Andrus takes off on the full count, and that pitch fouled back. So Michael Young working Mark Burley out here.
This is a really good time for Mark Burley to use his best move at first base. Ron Washington trying to stay out of the double play. Michael Young has grounded into 7 of them.
There he goes again, and there's a base hit into right field. So Young's going to win that one. And Carlos could not find the ears on it, double clutch, and that allows Andrus to get into third. So runners at the corners, nobody out.
Andrus didn't pick up his third base coach, because if he did, he would have just waved him around. Carlos has some problems, and they are giving him E9 as he had some problems corralling it. If Andrus didn't stop, it would not have been an error. But when he double clutched, Bob Rosenberg said it's single E9.
First error of the season committed by Carlos. And here's Kinsler hitting at 282, a homer. He's driven in 10. I recall he was on the DL and had just come off of it the first time we played these guys. In fact, we missed Kinsler and Cruz.
And still lost 2 of 3. But that was at their home where they played pretty good solid baseball.
18-9. There's the strike. Kinsler says what? And the count 0-2.
Kinsler out of the University of Arizona. Very good friends with former White Sox first-round draft choice Brian Anderson.
Kinsler soon to be 28. Last year hit 253, 31 homers, and knocked in 86 for the Valdez. He gone.
They shouldn't be all that surprised because John Hirschbeck called one in the same spot earlier in the at-bat. Now Mark cuts this ball. If he calls it once, he's most likely going to call it again, and now you're within a double play ground ball of getting out of the inning. And Vlad does not have the good speed anymore.
But he's got the good bat again.
Oh, he does that.
He has been something. You see his numbers. 332. 12 and 44. Down and in is where you got to pound him. Down and in and down and in and then up and away.
Well, he's only struck out 19 times in 193 at bats. So despite having a nose-to-toe strike zone, he usually makes some contact.
2-1. With 31 RBIs in the month of May. That led to Major Leagues by 3. And the count 3-1. With Josh Hamilton on deck. And that'll load him up.
Now that was a very difficult thing to do. You just saw Guerrero walk for the 9th time this year. And this is his 50th game. I think Mark Burley felt that he could handle Hamilton, perhaps get the double play ground ball. He didn't want any part of Guerrero because Mark just pitched around him.
That's exactly what he did. As here's Hamilton, who's hitting 10 of his last 11. Fouls that pitch back. Hamilton comes in at 281, 9 homers, 27 driven in. Lifetime against Burley, 2 for 6.
He's fanned 45 times, has yet to ground into a double play because he does have an uppercut swing.
And he does have good speed, even with those big feet. He got some tough dogs on him.
He's a pretty strong guy.
Very strong.
Former first pick in the country of the Tampa Bay Rays.
And the 0-2 pitch, a little too high for him to bite.
Mark Burley's been very tough in the first inning. He's going to have to make some good pitches to get out of this one.
The 1-2. He gone. Or did he tip it? No, he did not. 2 down.
Good hard breaking ball low and out of the zone. You can use that when you're ahead of the hitter. And so to this point the plan has worked. He didn't allow their most prolific run producer to hurt him. Now he has to deal with Joaquin Arias.
Well, that same pitch, if he's got a 1-0, 2-1 count, he doesn't even offer it. But 0-2, your strike zone is at least twice as big. You got so much room to cover. So here's Arias. Takes ball 1. Hitting at 304. No homers. He's driven in 3. Last year at Oklahoma City, hit 266 with 5 homers and dove in 52.
He's playing because the youngster Justin Smoke has not hit the ball right-handed. And talking to Clint Hurdle, their batting coach, he said he feels that Smoke will eventually do that, but right now he's really struggled. They want to take the pressure off him. So they got Arias in there. He was acquired from the New York Yankees as an outfielder who threw real well. Hurt his arm. Now they made him into a first baseman.
And he's dangerous with the 2-0 count. There's the strike. Beautiful 2-0 pitch.
There's a look at Clint Hurdle, former manager of the Colorado Rockies for a long time, and now the hitting coach of these Rangers.
And the 2-1. Way outside. So now, at 3-1, he is really dangerous again. David Murphy on deck. And it's full. Sacks packed with Texans. 2 down. Full count to Arias.
And the advantage is no force out.
Ground ball right side. Sucked up. And Burley pitches out of it. So he had men at first and third. Nobody out. And they can't score.
line up with Juan Pierre leading off, and A.J. Brzezinski, Alex Rios, Paul Konerko, Mark Kotze, Carlos Quinton, Alexia Ramirez, Omar Vizquel at third base in place of Mark Kean, Gordon Beckham at second base and hitting ninth. Jimmy John's defensive setup behind Harden, Hamilton, Gentry, and Murphy left to right with Young, Andrews, Kinsler, and Arias. Matt Trainer behind the plate, and the Toyota starting pitcher is Rich Harden. He's 2-1. You see 10 starts and 49 innings. That's less than 5 innings per start, with 34 walks in those 49 innings.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours. Juan Pierre. Now field swung way around to the left. For his first pitch strike. Juan comes in at 245. No homers. He's driven in 6. He has 19 stolen bases. Almost took one for the club right there. Breaking ball.
Harden used to throw overwhelming fastballs. Those days are gone. This ball biting low and in, and Juan was able to get out of the way of it as he shortened up the bunt.
Chops that foul. Well, at one time he had probably the best right-handed stuff in the American League. He just absolutely overpowered guys.
And had a great straight change. Still has a very good straight change.
And that's outside. The 2-2 pitch. It's full. Ball 4, base hit. Juan, don't help him out. Young back and off the line at third. And the payoff pitch. And that's foul back.
And Juan lost the bat. Fortunately, it did not go in the seats. Harden threw a straight change. Juan able to stay alive, lost the bat. And he stays alive to face the 7th pitch of the at-bat.
And once again, the 3-2. And once again, a foul ball. Juan Pierre on our club for sure. And probably one of the hitters in the American League who may just foul off as many pitches as anyone. And once again, the payoff. And that's ball 4. All right, and tonight, listen to this now. Tonight marks the first time in the history of Picks to Click that you at home get a chance to voice your opinion on this telecast. Tune in to Felco pregame live each game to see Ozzie Guillen's lineup to make out your selection on who you think will be the pick to click of the game. And tonight, the White Sox fans watching at home have voted for Alex Rios. Now, Jim Angio, our director and crew, they're taking Alexia Ramirez. Stone Pony is going with Paul Konerko, and JJ and Tim Shearer and I, we're going to go with Omar Vizquel. So from now on out, you have a chance at home to get in on the picks to click.
And you don't have to be real good to beat me in this game. We've established that early this year.
You're just having a rough time.
But I figured tonight I was going to go against the Pale because Paul is 1 for 17 lifetime against Harden. So if anybody's due,
he's due.
He is really due.
AJ takes the bunt. Michael Young playing way back. Now he's going to come in even with a bag. Got a nice gap out there in left center. AJ just 1 for 12 lifetime off Harden. That's trouble. That's down into the corner. Now they're going to hold Juan at third base as they get it back in, and a good thing they did. So now runners at second, third. Ducks on the pond, nobody out.
AJ got an off-speed breaking ball. This one just stayed right up in the zone. He cranked it down the line. Murphy's got a very good arm. In fact, he had an assist last night from right field. So with nobody out, Jeff Cox decides he's not going to gamble. He's going to let the heart of the order try to drive home some early runs against Rich Hart.
And the infield's going to play back, so a ground ball to the right side gets one in and one over. Here's Alex Rios hitting at .312, 11 homers, 27 driven in. Alex 3 for 14 lifetime off Harden. Takes it right there.
Harden originally got to the big leagues in 2003, where he was 5-4. His best year, and bear in mind that Walk already told you he had the best stuff in the league. His best year was 04 when he was 11-7.
Pops him up, center field. Craig Gentry coming in, and he's not going anywhere at third. So a pop-up cannot get it done, and that'll leave it up to Konerko.
Gentry's got very good speed in center field. He's got a good arm, although that throw was off the mark, but you can't even think about trying to tag up at that depth of fly ball.
Paulie hitting at .262, 14 homers and 33 driven in. Now field spread out, for the most part straight up. And breaking ball down.
Paul's got a couple of sacrifice flies this year, and Harden has 2 wild pitches.
Marcotte on deck. Checks it up, fouls it off, and now the count 1-1. So a big pitch coming up.
That was a straight change, and I think Paul looked back at John Hirschbeck, wanted to know if it was a strike. Harden will throw this straight change at any count. He views it actually as his best pitch.
And that is called a strike. Paulie did not appreciate that.
Well, it was a strike in the first inning for Mark Burley. And it's probably going to be one here, although that one looked down. Because if you give him 2 inches outside, if you stay there all night, then stay there. And I think Harden's going to go there again.
Trying to bust him in. And he fouls it back.
A fastball at 95, so nothing wrong with the fastball at Rich Hart.
Well, I guess that's the first time we saw him. He wasn't throwing too much up there. Then the very next start he had, if I was driving home, I listened to that game, and he hit 97. That was against Oakland. The 1-2. Ground ball left side. And this over the top. So they get Paulie at first, but Montpierre scores, and it's 1-0 White Sox. That is, especially with that 1-1 pitch, which put him in the hole. Made it 1-2. That was a real good at bat. Just getting that man home any way you can.
Well, it's something that Texas failed to do in their half of the first inning, which was score with a golden opportunity of runners at first and third and nobody out. Sox get home the first run of the game.
So here's Kotsay. He's 1 for 6 lifetime off his former teammate. A little tardy right there. Big month of June for our Sox. 18 games played here in Chicago, counting the 3 at Wrigley Field. That will be on the 11th, 12th, and 13th. Got 3 with Texas, 3 with Cleveland, 3 with Detroit, 3 with the Cubs, 3 with Pittsburgh, 3 with Washington, 3 with Atlanta, and 3 more with the Cubs, followed up by 3 with Kansas City. Breaking ball strike, and the count 1-2. Good 2-strike hitter right here, Mark. Fouls it back.
Gentry is playing Tatse well into left center field.
Well, he better know what's being thrown. As that ball is hit into center field. Breaking pitch. But the Sox get men on second, third, nobody out. We do get one across on the ground ball by Konerko. His 34th RBI after 1-0 good guy.
Us to our text poll question. And here is the U.S. Cellular text poll question with Martin on the DL. Who do you think should play third base? A. Brent Lillibridge, B. Omar Vizquel, C. Jason Nix, or D. Promote Brent Morrill from AAA Charlotte. Text A, B, C, or D to 53695. Stick around for the U.S. Cellular White Sox postgame live for final results, or visit csnchicago.com.
First pitch curveball strike to David Murphy, hitting at .252. A couple of homers he's driven in 15. Murphy last year hit .269, 17 homers, and knocked in 57. There's a strike.
He's going to get his chance to play just about every day with Nelson Cruz on the disabled list.
Pokes it right back to the middle. Throw the leadoff single.
Mark Buehrle, the Gold Glover, had a shot at this, but couldn't make the catch. Pretty tough to get that glove up there in time. So he leads off with a hit, the second time they've done that in 2 innings.
And here's the catcher, 34-year-old veteran Matt Trainer. Trainer takes down low. He comes in hitting at .211, a couple of homers, one of those coming off Buehrle.
Hit the ball very hard against Mark Buehrle in Texas. He's splitting the catching duties with Max Ramirez. Their youngster, Taylor Teagarden, back down all the way to Double-A.
Take your time, attaboy. Make a good throw. Rack him up.
That throw was in the dirt as Ramirez, trying to get out of the way of the sliding Murphy, doesn't get a real good throw off. And unfortunately, Paulie could not come up with it.
Crawley has saved our infielders, especially Alexei, a ton of errors this year on both throws. So here's Gentry hitting at 214. He is just 3 for 14 on the season.
He's got blazing speed.
Well, he stole 49 bases last year in AAA in 55 attempts.
One of the things that Clint Hurdle told me was that tell your third baseman that he will bunt. I said, our third baseman is Omar Vizquel. He probably knows that already, but if you're telling me he will bunt, that means he's going to swing away.
Clint's a good man.
Terrific hitting coach. And he did a nice job of managing.
Good manager,
over
too.
Yeah.
He did for a long time. He didn't have a whole bunch to work with, especially in that pitching department. That's a bad part to have bad pitching staff. One hopper. Now, that'll get it done. And that'll retire the side after an inning and a half. 1-0 Sox. Plays on demand with Xfinity TV from Comcast. Don't miss the action. Call 1-800-XFINITY today. It's a 1-0 Sox lead here in the bottom of the second inning. And I'll tell you, Stone Pony, we talked about it in the opening. We talked about it down in Tampa Bay. This is a big month for our Sox.
Well, there's no doubt. This is the first game of a big series. Every series right now is big. You trail Minnesota by 8.5 games. You've got to start pecking away at that. And the only way to do it is to win right here tonight.
Carlos Quentin. Takes ball one. Well, the first order of business in order to start to win is catch the baseball. And the next order is to make some plays that you're supposed to make.
We have a hard time with that at times.
We have had, well, this is our 51st game. And through the first 50, we've had a tough time. And the count 3-0. Don't help him out. There's one. That ball hit hard into right center field. Stretch. Gentry goes back, looks up. You can put it on the board. Yeah. Number 6 for Carlos. And it's a 2-0 Sox lead. First.
RBI number 27 as Harden fell behind 3-1, as he does quite a bit. The 8th home run he's given up in 51 innings of work, and our 4th home run replay, a low fastball, which is exactly what Carlos would have ordered up, and he took it out opposite field.
And that fastball is fouled back. And, of course, with that home run by Carlos, the Alex Nelius family will donate $100 to White Sox charities for every Sox homer hit throughout the course of the season. That is number 58, so $5,800 donated by Alex Nelius in loving memory of Ursula. And that's low. 2-1 to count. Breaking ball misses high. 3-1, so don't help him out. Those 3-1 counts can get you in a lot of problems.
Well, Harden usually is in triple digits before he gets through the 5th inning.
So a full count. Omar Vizquel on deck. Ball 4, base hit right here, Alexi. Back through the middle, base hit. So that'll bring up Vizquel, and a reminder, Picnic in the Park is Sunday, June 6th. You can enjoy an upscale picnic on the U.S. Cellular outfield grass with current Sox players, coaches, and staff. Now, the evening includes a silent auction and a signature fireworks display. Call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com.
Ozzy's got a choice here. He can use a hit and run. Omar will put the bat on the ball, or he can bunt with him. Move along Alexi.
Pretty good lead by Alexi. As Omar takes it right there. That one at 88. Nice lead. And the count 2-1. Omar 2 for 10 lifetime against Harden. Harden, former hockey player. And they tell us he was a good one. Long set. There goes Alexi. And that pitch fouled off. So the count 1-2.
When Harden's been able to stay healthy, he's always been a winning pitcher, but it's just on a yearly basis, just slightly over 500. Yet you put it all together, it's 52-30. It's taken him a long time to get to that 52.
Well, as there was another souvenir left side. It's hard to hit sitting on the bench. It's hard to pitch sitting on the bench.
Yeah, that's one of the big problems when you have Harden on your staff, is that he's either hurt, he's going to make 25, 26 starts, that's at the most, and he usually exits games a little bit earlier than you'd like, which puts the pressure on the bullpen.
And there's a base hit by Omar. Well, Alexei now is going to make the turn. Murphy comes up with it, cut off by Andrus. So runners at the corners, nobody out.
It's a changeup, and he gets it up, and Omar able to hook it right through the legs of Alexei Ramirez.
Omar has always been one of the best in the American League, especially against us, when there was a man on first base and he had that big hole over there. He has, I don't know how many base hits he's gotten against us, pulling that ball right in the hole.
Was that one time with Luis Aparicio for second place again?
Well, we're going to have to check with Elias again. So J.J. and Tim Shearer's picked a click. Omar gets the base hit. And there's ball one to Gordon back in the third.
decided to take off the goatee. Might just turn him around.
As well he should. He's a handsome man. Not too hard, not too easy, not just in the middle. And there it is, the base hit. So Alexei's going to score. Omar now is going to give it a go. Here's a throw. Safe. 3-0 Sox.
The goateeless Gordon Beckham takes a fastball, drives it into center field, and then they run on Gentry. That's a pretty decent throw, but it's just off the mark enough for Omar to slide and move his body away from the tag as Laz Diaz makes the call.
Well, Mike Maddox, pitching coach.
RBI number 11 for Gordon Beckham. And this game is shaping up rather nicely.
And that'll bring up Juan Pierre, who started off the bottom of the first with that base on balls and came around to score. Outfield well around to the left again. There he tries to bunt it, pops it up, playable, and that's out number 1.
And that's the bunt that Juan has trouble with. He can usually bunt it to third or to shortstop, but the one that he has to drag with him up the right side or bunt it at the second baseman, that one gives him fits.
Well, we talked about it all year. His technique on that has been really bad. Juan said he was a good drag bunter, but he had to work on it. As here is AJ. He doubled down into the right field corner. Breaking ball strike.
I think that's probably one of the suggestions by Mike Maddox. He went out there and said, you're very predictable. You're falling behind, going at everybody with a fastball. You have a breaking ball. At least show it to him. Here's a look at one of the better young pitching coaches around, Mike Maddox.
Here's a ground ball. They're going to bobble. They're going to get AJ at first, but Omar Vizquel scores, and it's a 4-0 ball game on what should have been a double play.
AJ was taking a look at Michael Young. I think maybe to see where he was going with the ball. And Young bobbled it. Still had time to get AJ at first.
Don't stop now, Alex. Knock him in. Back him at second. Alex popped up to short center field last inning. That fastball up high.
Well, when you're given an extra out, and the Sox are given one, that's when you got to take advantage of it.
Well, it's given us 1 run, the extra out already. Make it 2. And the count 1-2.
It's a big outside corner tonight, boys.
I like it. Well, it's the same for both sides.
You know you got to go out there and get it.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's the same for watch out. It's the same for one side. That's a different story. But if it's on both sides, no problem. I like Hirschberg behind the plate. He's going to call a lot of strikes.
It'll be a lot better for Mark Burley, who, if he misses, just misses, than it will be for Rich Harden, who, when he misses by plenty.
Nice gap out there in right center field. And that's into right. Murphy coming on, but the Sox going to put a nice crooked number up there. A 3 spot. We'll go to the third leading 4-0.
I'm here with Tim Murray, who is the gentleman over here, and the man in the middle needs no introduction. This is Joe Montaigne. If you don't know that, and you guys are here for the Easter Seals, and I understand that the White Sox were very generous to you.
I tell you, the White Sox were very generous. They donated $1 million to this therapeutic school for autism for Easter Seals. And I mean, look, I grew up a Cub fan. For me to put on a Sox jersey and embrace Ozzie like I did, you know that the White Sox stepped up. So I'm telling you, as of today, it's Cubs and Sox equal, unless the Cubs come up with some cash.
And I know you are doing this with Ozzie Guillen, and how are you guys going to participate in this together?
Well, tomorrow we're going to be actually visiting the school and doing a little, press thing there. And I mean, the White Sox have just been wonderful. I mean, just the fact that they stepped up to the plate and proved that, the hometown team is going to support such a wonderful cause. I mean, I personally have a daughter with autism. I mean, I know what these families have to go through. And so it's just a real testament to this city, to this team, that they're doing this. And so it's just great.
And Tim, you have a wonderful Sox shirt on there.
Absolutely.
Looks terrific. And your involvement in this is?
Well, Steve, I'm president and CEO of Easter Seals Metropolitan Chicago. And through Joe's help and certainly the White Sox, we were able to build a one-of-a-kind therapeutic school and center for autism research, which we opened 2 years ago. And it's specially built from the ground up to specially serve children with autism. Many of our clients have very high visual and audio hypersensitivities, so the school design takes that into factors that in terms of soundproofing, diffuse lighting, window placement. So it's geared to have an overall calming effect for the student, so their ability to learn is greatly enhanced. And we're proud to be part of this project.
Well, gentlemen, look, thank you very much. I appreciate it, Joe. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Always a pleasure to see you, Steve.
And good luck with that beef stand in
Oh,
L.A.
yeah, we're doing okay. We're selling a few beefs there, a few combos.
And you have just a terrific Easter Seals situation going, and I'm glad the White Sox were able to participate.
Thanks so mumuch.
Thanks.
Joe threw a perfect strike, about 70 miles an hour, right down the middle. Ceremonial first pitch. Oh, what a terrific actor. Here's a ground ball with 2 outs. So an easy inning right here from Mark Burley. 1-2-3, and he leaves it 4-0.
TNT trivia question. What Rangers pitcher won 19 games in 1974, but also set a team record with 19 losses? Now that's a lot of innings and a lot of decisions.
Bottom of the third inning, 4-5-1 for our guys, 0-3-0 for their guys. Two of those three hits coming at the top of the first inning. If you're just tuning in, Elvis Andrus led it off with a single. Then Young singled in the right field, bobbled momentarily by Carlos Quentin. Andrus went to third, so they had men on first and third, nobody out. Burley then struck out Kinsler, walked Guerrero to load him up, then struck out Hamilton on a 3-2 curveball, and then got Arias to bounce out to second. So here's Paulie, knocked in his 34th run with that ground ball to deep short.
That had to be one of the biggest hits of the game so far, and it wasn't even a hit.
It was a terrific at bat once he fell down into count 1 and 2. I am not taking that away from you, but you're still not there.
You lead the scoring off with a big run batted in.
Senator Hill. I was watching a bit of a movie last night after the nice off day that everybody enjoyed. A very happy Memorial Day to each and all. And I saw it, and I've seen it probably 15 to 20 times over all these years. I still enjoy it just as much now as I ever did. And it reminded me so much of you.
Classy?
It was The Music Man.
Oh, The Music Man.
Yeah. With Harold Hill.
Well, my guy just drew a huge walk to lead off the third.
That's the second one. Gives you my card. Well, the fans are going to be involved. In case you're just tuning in, did not hear, you got to tune into our pregame, Velco pregame show, and you can voice or send in your vote for your pick to click. As Katse can't get it, he went out to center field his first trip. So instead of just having Jim Angio and the crew and Stone Pony and myself involved, we're also going to have the fans involved from now on in. Picks to click. There's a strike in the count 0-2. So every inning we have had the leadoff man aboard. And as Steve told you in the opening, if you will allow him to, he will throw a lot of pitches to each and every hitter, and he will walk you.
And falling behind tonight has really hurt him, not only with the walks, but he's fallen behind, then he's used his fastball, and these days it's really not as lively as it once was.
Back to the middle, deflected off the leg over to Andrus. Boy, that's a tough hang Wolfram right there for the double play.
Well, it's going to be a base hit if it doesn't touch Harden, but he's able to deflect it. It goes 1-6-3. Looks a little like Miami last night in the third period.
Well, he was a hockey player.
And congratulations to the Blackhawks as they head to
Awesome
Philadelphia.
Blackhawks.
Up 2-0.
Had the whole family watching that last evening. I'll tell you that this is the most fun team that I have had. Yes, here's Carlos Quentin, who homered, leading off last inning. Deep shot into right center field. But this is the most fun hockey team I have had that I can remember since 67, 8, 9, 70, 71 in that too. The Boston Bruins with Bobby Orr and all that crew. As that's high pop up. And that'll do it. So he gets a break right there, or he would have had men on first and second, nobody out. Meanwhile, we'll go to the fourth, leading 4-0.
Feast, only $19.99. By the KFC Fan Feast. Feed up to 5 fans with the KFC Fan Feast, only $19.99.
Want to know the count of Vladimir Guerrero, one of the most notorious first-ball, fastball hitters in the history of this game, as there's a high breaking ball. Good thing he didn't get it up. So the leadoff man aboard, he walked. Burley just went right around him with men on first and third back in the first inning.
And their pitching coach, Mike Maddox, when he watched Burley pitch around Guerrero to get to a couple of guys that he felt he could get out much more easily, had to be thinking about his brother, Greg, who would routinely do something like that, knowing he's going to get that guy in the on-deck circle.
Well, Greg told me that there were certain times that he would go around 2 guys to get to the 2 that he needed to get out. You don't see many guys as Hamilton swings at that slider, and he struck out his first trip, a big strikeout for Mark. But you don't see many guys. Catfish would do it. Tom Seaver would do it. Go around 2 guys to get to the 2 outs they needed, or to get that 1 out they needed. And to count 1-2. And I would say that you would probably do it, that you probably have done it.
I'm not sure about 2. But certainly there was one guy I would pick out that I said, tonight, this guy can't beat me.
Right.
I would go around him whatever I could. I remember, for whatever reason, we had guys on our team that got out Reggie Jackson very easily. I didn't. And I pitched against their team one night. Pitched around him 4 different times, even with runners at first and second. And got out Jim Spencer behind him 4 different times. But I figured this guy has been really tough on me. If Spencer can beat me, he'll have to beat me. It just won't be Reggie that night.
Well, some guys got your number, as you got other guys' number. That's trouble. That's in the gap. Got a bad pitch on him right there. So Guerrero's going to be held at third, and here's trouble again. Ducks on the pond, nobody out.
Well, he made him look so bad. With consistent breaking balls, I don't think he'd have hit the breaking ball, and he got that ball up. Looked more like a cutter than a slider, and Hamilton was able to take it to the gap, and nobody out, and another spot of trouble for Mark Burley.
14th double for Hamilton. So here's Arias, grounded out to Beckham to end that first inning. There's a chopper. It's a fair ball. On the move to throw. Not in time.
Well, Omar came on to pick it, which he did. Figured he would take a shot at Guerrero. It was going to be a tough play. Arias can really run. Former outfielder. This is just a difficult play. The fact that he was able to pick it is one thing. And just having the inability to not get it out of his glove right away allowed Arias to beat the play.
So bases loaded, and here's Murphy, who just poked a single in the center field as he takes first pitch strike from Burley. Make no mistake about it, this Ranger offense, they can be quick striking. Ground ball, take your time, and rack him up. Second double play turned by our Sox. as Guerrero scores, and it's a 4-1 ball game. Hamilton in the third.
Bases loaded, nobody out. You make that trade all day long.
There's a strike to Matt Trainer, who hit into what should have been a 1-6-3 double play, but a low throw by Ramirez. Paulie could not come up with it. Yes, he did. And the count 0-2. He gone. Aced it. He'll grab some bench and that'll retire the side. But they get on the board. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. 4-1 White Sox.
But also set a team record with 19 losses. And it's Jim Bibby, who later went on to some fame with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Big, hard-throwing right-hander.
You got to be a heck of a pitcher to lose 19 games.
If they're going to leave you in the starting rotation that long, you're better than anybody else they have.
That's exactly right. You got to be a heck of a pitcher. Here's Alexei. He singled and scored back in the second. 4-5-1 for us. 1-6-0 for them. Takes first pitch strike. Outfield about equidistant. Spread out, straight up. Takes it up. Takes a strike and the count 0-2. Pops it up. Arias, and that's out number one. And a reminder, United Airlines is the proud sponsor of the June 27th White Sox-Cubs game. White Sox-Cubs 105.
Texas came into this one game behind the surprise team in the West, and that's Oakland. Oakland behind that young pitching staff, leading Texas by a game, leading the Angels by 2.5 games, and winners of 8 of their last 10.
Well, what they're doing is that one of the key issues to winning in the major leagues is winning close ball games. They are winning close ball games. They're doing what we did in 05. 05, every time we got into a close ball game, we knew we were going to win it. And that's an attitude that you get, and that's what they have right now.
Well, they also have some very good. They've got the youngest starting rotation in the league, and those guys are pretty good.
Well, you've got to have pretty good pitching if you're going to win a lot of close ball games. They're winning those games 3-2, 4-3, 6-5, 5-4.
They don't have a lot of thunder in that lineup, but they do have a very good park in which to pitch.
Omar checks it up. And that's foul back.
You had to look at the standings, and you saw that Oakland topped the leaderboard. They also lead the Red Sox 4-0 at Fenway in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Well, you know what's happened with them is the fact they haven't been to too many postseasons.
Not in a while.
In a long time. Okay? In a long time. So they've been getting some good draft choices. And Billy Beane, what he's done is he's always gone out and signed one guy that he knew he could trade, you know, sometime in June.
Matt Holliday, for instance?
Yeah. So he signed him, paid him half a year, and he knew that he calculated that if he could get a couple of 3 good prospects back for him, it was worth the money. So in that respect, it was a good move. But it was not done, so to speak, with the intent of winning. That he went out and signed those free agents.
Well, he would feel what he gave up for them, he could get more in return from a team that was needing one player to put him over the top.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what St. Louis did. He actually got a kid, Hawk, that was out of ASU by the name of Brett Wallace, who the Cardinals picked, and it was a strange pick because he had designated hitter written all over him. So he goes to Oakland, and now he has moved to Toronto.
As it's starting to rain here, and fans making their way to cover.
You don't want it to rain too hard now.
No. Pitch outside. One out. Vizquel at first. Beckham. RBI single in the 2nd inning. Now, they have won a lot of close ball games. And that's up high. 2-0.
Rain is coming down fairly hard at this point. This field, however, drains exceptionally well.
And the count 3-0. Don't help him out.
Well, Hawk, to illustrate what you were talking about, Oakland is 9-2 in one-run game. That's a prescription. That's prescription for a division title.
There's one. Well, as I mentioned in 05, as I said, every time we got into a close ball game, I just sat back and smiled because it was just a matter of time.
And you're right about the fact that it is a mindset. You realize that that other team will make a mistake before you will.
It helped him out right there, so a full count. Long set. There goes Omar. Popped up right side. Murphy. And that is 2 down. And a reminder, every White Sox Friday home game is United Flyaway Friday. Each Friday home game, one lucky fan will have the chance to win 2 free round-trip tickets to anywhere in the continental U.S. United Airlines flies. United, proud to fly the Chicago White Sox. Back to the top of the order with Juan Pierre. Takes ball 1. Yeah, it's coming down.
It's coming down in our booth.
Well, it always looks harder on TV.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but it's coming in here a little bit.
Did you bring your slicker?
Always. I don't go anywhere without my slicker. There's only one guy in this ballpark I can tell you in the broadcast booth that's got a slicker, and that's Darren DJ. He's always got one. And the count 3-0. He can be perfect. Not a cloud in the sky. DJ's going to have either his umbrella or a slipper with him. There's a strike. And another one. And this next pitch will be number 83. Here, 2 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Well, we told you he's going to get to around triple digits in that 5th inning. And he's likely to do just that.
And the payoff. And there's a little soft line drive caught by Kinsler. So that'll do it. We're into the 5th, leading by 3. Text Subway to 53695, and if you are the 500th texter, you could win 5 $5 foot-long subs from Subway. Spicy Italian. Try it out. Craig Gentry with a 1-0 count. He into a 5-4-3 double play in the 2nd inning. Good job by Beckham turning it because Gentry can move it.
He can get down the line in a hurry, and Gordon stayed right in, got the throw off, and they nipped him by a half step.
Off the end of the bat, softly hit. Got to hurry. All right. They go back to the top of the order with Elvis Andrus, who is single and lined out hard to left field. Now, the rain has almost stopped. First pitch strike. Vizquel off the line, even with the bag at third. Outfield swung around to the right. A bit of a gap out there in left center. And the count 2-1. Three and 1 to count for the 21-year-old shortstop. Is full.
Andrews is going to be a terrific player. He's a good player now. Came over from the Atlanta Braves. And Mark Teixeira deal. They also get Neftali Feliz in that deal. It's going to turn out to be a great trade as far as these Rangers are concerned, and that's the kind of trade you make when you're a non-contender to a team that needs one guy to put them over the top.
In right field, Carlos now back. 2 down. Well, you and I both have talked about it. And we'll touch on it again in both our opinions. If they just leave Nolan Ryan alone, if they get the ball club, get the loan, they've got the loan in the bank. The judge allowed that as that's high and going foul. Yes. Off the bat of Michael Young, who is singled, and he has popped a short. Just leave 3 things in his charge, and he will do something about the pitching problem they have had since they've been down.
Well, I think they've got to get a lot of their creditors to say, okay, I will take that for the debt and get that team transferred over to Nolan. And Chuck Greenberg, I believe, is the other guy. He'll handle the business side. Nolan will handle the baseball side and do a terrific job of it.
Yeah. Well, he'll handle the pitching, and that's what he's already started. He's trying to talk to these guys and checks it up, takes it high, and count 2-1. I believe Greenberg's out of Pittsburgh.
Yes.
And they've always had good hitting and no pitching. That ball hit hard into left center field. Not going to catch that one. One hop into the seats right over Louis Aparicio. So the 14th double for Michael Young.
Well, Mark's been in some problems tonight. He's given up 7 hits in 4 2/3 innings, but so far it hasn't cost him too much. This is a high changeup, and Young just drills it into left center field. Burley was in trouble in the first, got out of it. Not much trouble, but a base hit in the second. Only 1 1-2-3 inning, that in the third. Big trouble in the fourth.
And that's in the hole. So here comes Young. He's going to score, and all of a sudden it's a 4-2 ball game. 2-out double by Young and a single by Kinsler.
RBI number 11 for Kinsler, who was on the disabled list. This is another changeup. Kinsler, not quite as in the Guerrero category, but another guy who loves the first pitch.
Guerrero has walked, singled, and scored. Five-year-old veteran. Watching him take batting practice, and boy, he's still got it. He is fun to watch him BP. He can hit some absolute landmarkers. That's off the end of the bat. He hit one over that Comcast Sportsnet sign out there in left center field just by Nellie Fox. Almost on the concourse.
I believe John Daniels and Ron Washington went down to see him in the wintertime. See what kind of shape he was in. See if he was working out, because last year he got a little heavy. It bothered his knees. He's had bad legs for quite some time. And they found him to be in very good shape and rededicated himself, and he's just crushing the ball.
Two out, 1-2 the count. And that's in the center field. Can of corn for Alex. But with 2 out, they get a double, a single. We're halfway home leading 4-2. All right, Mark, thank you very much. We're in the bottom of the 5th right here. 4-2 White Sox. It'll be Pierzynski, Rios, and Konerko to face Rich Harden. Harden making his 84th pitch. And A.J. off speed just chops it foul. A.J. doubled in the first inning. He drove in a run in the second with a ground ball.
There's a few folks in that Texas bullpen that are starting to get up and starting to stir.
Here's a shot, base hit. Got into the corner. It's a blueprint of his double back in the first inning. So he'll pick up his 11th two-bagger.
AJ, who came into this one with a lot of problems against Rich Harden, and not having any problems tonight. He gets a low fastball here and drives it into right field. Murphy, who does have a good arm, can't come up with the ball cleanly. It is a wet outfield grass. So this is a real good time to run on the outfielders. They're not going to get a real good grip on it.
Alex has popped up to center and gone out to right. Trying to move it that side, pulled his hands in, pops it up. Murphy taking charge. And that's out number 1. And a reminder, June 9th at 7:10 p.m. when the Sox take on the Rangers, or check that the Tigers. Celebrate Sue's 10th anniversary with the White Sox. First 10,000 fans will receive a White Sox Sue poster presented by the Field Museum. So for tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com.
She's a handsome woman.
And here's Paulie. Paulie drove in a run with a ground ball to short in the first. Then he walked leading off the third. Takes low ball 1. Outfield spread out. Slightly to the left. Watch out. And then the count 2-0.
That fastball was at 90, and that's going to start the bullpen to working. Dustin Nippert throwing in the pen.
There's a shot, base hit up the middle. So they're going to hold A.J. as Gentry gets it back in. A perfect throw hitting the cutoff man. A.J. would have been a gone goose had he decided to strike.
A good solid throw by Gentry. He gets to the ball quickly, and he makes sure that the angle of this throw does not allow for anybody to advance. Mike Maddox out to the mound again. And Harden in some problems here in the 5th.
And 2 out. Bottom of the 9th inning at Comerica Park. Cleveland leading the Tigers 3-1, but they're 2 on and a 3-2 count to the hill. Gary Wood on the bump.
Come on, steely-eyed Texan. Get him.
One out, runners at the corners. Kotsay 0 for 2 last time up. Hit a hard grounder back through the middle. That deflected off the leg of Harden right over to the shortstop. Andrus turned it into a double play. Would have been a base hit. Off-speed pitch. Breaking ball, and the count 1-1. Big pitch right here. Got a pretty good pitch to hit, a little tardy, fouls it away, and now the advantage goes to Harden at 1-2.
That fastball right down the middle. And if you were looking for one in a spot you'd like it, that would have been it. Unfortunately, couldn't square it up.
Got him with a backdoor breaking ball. A big strikeout right there for Harden.
Well, that was one of the few that he's thrown that have been successful tonight, and that's one of the reasons why Kotsay couldn't pull the trigger. Now, John Hirschbeck has called the outside corner all night long. It comes as no surprise as this one actually drifts off the corner, but the veteran Matt Trainer actually eases the ball to make it look like it's a better pitch than it was. Again, he's called him out there all night. He continues to do it.
So here's Quentin now with 2 out. He has homered and he has gone out to left field. Takes a curveball strike. It is now a 3-2 Indian lead. They're still hitting, the Tigers are. Chopper, Michael Young going over to second base. So once again, the Sox have a golden opportunity and can't get the run home.
Sent their text message poll question a little earlier, and here's the results so far. Looks like Jason Nix is the one you want. There is still time to vote on who you think should play third base with Mark Keane on the disabled list. Again, final results will be seen on the U.S. Cellular postgame show.
4-2 good guys on top here in the top of the 6th inning. Josh Hamilton leads it off. He has struck out, a big strikeout back in the 1st inning, and he has doubled. Now he's going out to Konerko. So 2 pitches, 1 out. First of a 3-game set, first of a 10-day, 9-game homestand. 3 with these guys, 3 with Cleveland, and 3 with Detroit. So here's Arias. He is grounded to second and had an infield single. And Cleveland has defeated the Tigers 3-2.
Jake Westbrook got the win. He's one of those guys on the most likely to be dealt list before that trading deadline.
hit hard but foul. Thank you very much. Four 7-1 for us, 2-8-0 for them. Make your plans to be with us tomorrow night. Gavin Floyd against Scott Feldman. Watch out. If you can't make it, that game will be over Comcast Sportsnet Plus.
Well, Arias, knowing that Hirschbeck has called the outside corner, swung at the last instant and stayed alive.
That's a pie. And here's the rest of that schedule. Thursday night, Freddie Garcia against Colby Lewis. Change up, hit hard, but foul. So the count hangs at 2-2. And that change up just reaches out, pops it into left field. Arias with his second hit. An infield chopper, and then the soft single to left.
They asked Arias if he could play first base, and he said, of course, no problem. He played there 4 times in the minor leagues. This is his second major league appearance at first base.
Do you blame him?
No. If you're looking for a place to play,
that's it. Well, the worst thing he could have said would have been no. That's not my position.
Yeah, just give me the advance.
Managers don't like for players to say no. I remember my first year. Excuse me. It's still funny when I think about it. Last game of the season, we're playing Cleveland.
Probably a little far from the pennant at that point, were you?
I was a baby. Last day of the season. Neither one of us are going anywhere. They got Jim Mudcat Grant on the bump.
A good one.
And he's throwing hard. So I wasn't playing that game. I was being platooned. And we get to the bottom of the 9th inning. There's 2 out. And Jerry Lumpy, the veteran, second baseman, was on the bench, as was Norm Seaburn, as was the Hawkaroo. Okay?
So 2 left-handers and you.
So he's got like 14 strikeouts. Eddie Lopat was the manager. He comes down and says, Lumpy, grab a bat. And Jerry says, you crazy? I'm not hitting.
He didn't need another strikeout that year?
There's another base hit by Murphy, so they're racky-tacking the ball here.
Well, that's hit number 10 for these Rangers, who have a pretty good offense. Now Don Cooper's coming out. The bullpen is up and going.
So now, after Lumpy said, are you crazy? I'm not hitting against that guy. Last game of the season. He was a veteran. So now he goes to Seaver and says, Suds, grab a bat. Sud says, not me. So he just stood there, Eddie Lopat with, Hawk, get a bat. Well, I'm a baby, right? I grab my bat, go up and take 3 and grab some bench.
And you ended the season.
Ended the season on a strikeout. But the thing, they told him no, and he went along with it. So we got 1 out, 2 on, and here's Matt Trainer. He's 0 for 2. Last time, struck out.
The scale is over toward the line. He is deep at third base. Now, one of the things that Omar did was he looked over into the dugout and he made the motion of a bunt as if to see if that was in the scouting report for Trainer, and apparently they told him he doesn't bunt.
Who's going to run for him?
Well, you have a point there.
That's off the corner, and the count evens at 1.
He also hit the ball very well against Mark Burley in Texas, but Mark's had his number tonight as he's at the century mark, and that's why the bullpen continues to work.
Now the changeup with a good motion. 2 of the better motions he's had with these changeups. The first pitch and then that pitch. When he finishes that changeup off like he has here, that thing has got terrific movement. Down.
He had Trainer well out in front of it.
And the 1-2. And there's just a poke single in the right field. Darius is going to be held as they get the ball back in. And that will load him up.
I'm a little surprised with the wet baseball and the speed of Arias, which is very good, that they didn't try to score him. That throw was off the mark. They never had him, but I guess they felt with one out, they didn't want to gamble.
That'll bring up Craig Gentry. He's hit into a 5-4-3 double play, and he also is grounded to short. So sacks packed with Texans, 1 out. Takes down low, ball 1.
Outfield just a step or two toward right center field.
Just tuning in, we had 1 in the first, 3 in the second. Since then, nada. They've scored 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. Change up. And have a definite threat right here in the top of the 6th. And the count 1-2. Elvis Andrus on deck. Back to the middle base hit. So here's the throw home. Not in time, and this game is tied at 4. 4th straight hit.
And the first 2 runs batted in this year for Gentry. That's hit number 12, and that's going to be it for Mark Burley. He will depart. That looked like a cutter. Looked like A.J. wanted a backdoor cutter, and Mark got it down and out over the plate, and Gentry took it right back up the middle.
All right, Burley will depart, and we'll be back.
The 21st time, .48 ERA, 23 strikeouts, 7 walks, and 18 2/3. You've got to be careful to take the bunt away from Andrews. He's the best bunter on their team, and although he's a pretty good hitter, he's also exceptional laying it down. He does have 8 sacrifices this year. This wouldn't be a sacrifice situation. If he was bunting, he'd be bunting for a hit.
So 1 out, 2 on. 4-4 tie. It didn't take long.
That's the 3rd wild pitch of the year for Sergio, and that one could prove costly. Takes him out of the double play situation. No chance for AJ. That one about 95, way wide of the plate.
Now the infield comes in. Andrus is 1 for 3, a first inning single. He also is lined hard to left, and he's gone out to right. Takes it up, and the count now 2-0. Andrus is 21 years old, 6 feet tall, 200 pounds out of Maracay in Venezuela. And it's 3-0 with the veteran Michael Young on deck. There's one. And that'll load him up. And here comes Young, who's 2 for 3 tonight. A single in the first. He popped up to short in the third. He doubled and scored last inning.
Young is,
go ahead.
He's not a particularly easy guy to strike out. 34 in 206 at bats. 34 strikeouts.
Yeah, he's just a terrific player. Always has been. There's a breaking ball strike. Last thing he was looking for right there. I mentioned earlier, if that bottom part of the lineup can do anything, this can be a quick striking offense. That breaking ball hit into center field. Everybody tagging. Now nobody at second base, so everybody's going to. Andrus is going to get into second. Wow,
that's just a tremendous mental mistake. One thing to give up the run, and now Texas has the lead. It's another thing to allow all 3 runners a base. You figure the base runner at second is going to tag up on this.
So Young drives in his 30th run, and here's Kinsler. Breaking ball, no. Kinsler had that RBI single last inning. There's a breaking ball strike, so the count evens at 1. Vladimir Guerrero on deck.
30 runs batted in now for Michael Young. Vlad will be the ultimate protection for Kinsler. They don't want to pitch around him.
The 2-1 pitch. That's tough. That's going to score 2 more. And it's a 7-4 Texas lead. Well, now that play at second base has cost us a run. A 5 spot here in the top of the 6th.
It's 2 for 4 for Kinsler. He's driven in 3, and this is a hanging slider that he takes down the line. This is a much easier team to face with Kinsler on the DL.
Will Guerrero. Curveball strike. Ladd has walked, singled, and scored. And he's gone out to center field. That fastball. That at 96. And the count 0-2. Ground ball. Omar. But a big crooked number goes up on the board. We'll go to the bottom of the sixth, trailing 7-4. In the Stanley Cup Finals, now is your chance to win tickets to catch the action live. Text playoffs to BHawks as 242-957 to join Blackhawks Mobile and be entered to win a pair of tickets to the next tilt at the United Center. That's playoffs to 242-957 for your chance to win tickets to what hopefully will be an historic game.
Darren O'Day comes into the game. He's 2-2. ERA a sparkling 177 out for the 24th time. As you can see, left-handers hit him well, right-handers not so much. He mostly comes in to face right-handers because he throws from the side with tremendous movement.
We got some work to do. We got time to do it. If they put that quick 5 spot up there, they lead at 7-4. It'll be our lower third. Ramirez, Vizquel, and Beckham. Takes the bunt, takes the strike. Alexei has singled and scored, and he's popped to first base. Breaking ball into left field. Stretch. Nope. Hamilton right in front of our bullpen. 1 out.
I guess he cut that one off the end of the bat, and it's so lively at the ballpark tonight that one came about 8-10 feet from going out.
Here's Vizquel. A single, a run scored, and a walk. Takes first pitch strike.
Omar, with a little more play, has got that batting average up to 235, and he probably will get some more play. If you missed it, Mark Teahan went on the disabled list with a broken middle finger. Looks like Randy Williams throwing in the bullpen.
Oh, and 2. Start us off with 1 out right here.
There's a look at Randy.
67.
Shot, base hit.
And the only problem with those sidearmers is that left-handers see the ball all the way. There's absolutely no deception whatsoever. That's why left-handers came in hitting 400 against him. This ball out over the plate. Omar continues his perfect night. This one eats up Arias at first base. And so, a little something going on now here in the 6th.
Beckham has driven and run with a single. That was in the 2nd inning, and he has gone out to right. Just a decent lead by Omar. Breaking ball strike. First and 30, Gordon. There goes Omar. No chance.
That was just heads-up base running because he saw that O'Day didn't even look at him. And he actually started that jump well before O'Day threw the ball. No chance at all for Matt Trainer. Omar probably is one of the most aware players that ever played the game. Forget the physical talent. His ability to know what's going on the field and to pick up whatever the opposition gives him is unmatched.
That's his 390th stolen base. And there's a pitch taken for a ball, and the count 2-1 with Juan Pierre on deck.
I look back, Hawk, to that play that he made in Tampa at second base, covering on the steal, that looper over his head. He knew the runner was going, and he knew his only play was third. He turned around in one motion, threw him out at third base, and kept us out of a big inning.
And that's the reason he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And there's a base hit. That stolen base is going to pay off right here. Beckham now sees the bubble, goes into second base, safe. And it's a 7-5 ball game.
Heads up base running by Gordon Beckham. That's probably going to be a base hit. Second run batted in tonight, and it has to go E7. The sweeping breaking ball out over the plate, and Gordon hits it in the left center field. Hamilton can't corral it, and Gordon taking advantage of it with some aggressive base running out of the box. That's what you love to see, because you're thinking about 2 until that outfielder goes in, he picks it up cleanly and gets it back in. Meanwhile, he's in scoring position.
Don't stop now, boys. As here's Juan Pierre. Juan has walked, scored. Then he tried to bunt back in the 2nd inning. With a man on first and third, nobody out, popped up to first base. Then in the 4th, he looped out to second. 7-13-1 for them, 5-9-1 for us. Big hole on that left side over there. As that pitch tails off the corner, 1-0.
The Rangers believe that Pierre is going to pull O'Day. It's one of the reasons why Kinsler is playing a straight-up position, and Andrews is the guy that's trying to keep Beckham close at second, opening the hole on the left side. It was an unusual duck and cover move. You think that's going to fool the base runner when you duck your head like you're going to be invisible? Oh, yeah, that's very deceptive.
That's inside. I don't think I've seen that one before.
Especially when nobody is covering second base. You got to duck, cover, and then go chase him down yourself.
The 2-0. And there's the strike. So back him at second, 1 out. Big run out there at second base. 1. And the count 3-1 with Pierzynski on deck. And a full count. And that's ball 4. So good speed aboard at second and now at first.
That's going to be it for O'Day, who just can't get left-handers out. Don Washington's coming out to take him out of the game. And AJ will have to wait for the call to the pen, and we'll step out and be back after these messages.
Flip over to Comcast Sportsnet for Smirnoff Blackhawks postgame live. Get highlights, analysis, locker room interviews, and Coach Q's postgame remarks. Smirnoff Blackhawks postgame live tomorrow night at 9:30 and after every Blackhawks game on Comcast Sportsnet.
Here's our Lexus Pursuing Perfection call to the pen, and it's Chris Ray. I remember him as a hard-throwing youngster who came up with Baltimore, had 33 saves, then hurt his arm. This year, on for the 27th time, the ERA very respectable, 3.57. He is 1-0, and he inherits some problems here. Runners at first and second. Only 1 out. The Sox trail by 2. Trying to close that gap.
Well, they've got 2 left-handers in the bullpen, Matt Harrison and Darren Oliver. They decide to go with the right-hander, Chris Ray. And here's AJ, who is 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run score. 2 doubles.
They just disabled one of their left-handed starters, Derek Cullen. So maybe Harrison shifts back into the rotation.
First pitch strike at 96, so he's still rushing it up there pretty well. Well, when he was in that Oriole uniform, he threw hard. Not that 96 is easy.
06, 273 ERA, and 61 appearances with those 33 saves.
Come on, AJ, need you, buddy. And very quickly, the count 0-2.
He came over to Texas with Kevin Millward and a player to be named later.
Good eye, good take. And the count 1-2 with Alex Rios on deck. The outfield really spread out.
Not too many strikes on the inner portion. The strikes are on the outer portion with John Hirschbeck. There you look at the defense as we pan around and show it to you.
Oh, he got a cookie right there and fouled it off.
Well, after looking at that fastball, he sees a hanging curveball. And fortunately for him and unfortunately for us, it hung too high. It never dropped down into the zone like a piñata.
And once again, the 1-2. Nope. More traditional fake. It's a second. And he shanks that one away.
Nice job of staying alive by AJ. He's in protection mode. That ball is out of the zone, but too close to take.
Good rip at that one. Just underneath it. AJ cutting and slashing. He's in that swing mode. He had the barrel on it just underneath it. And that ball hit deep into left field. Hamilton racing over. He's there, right in fair territory, falls down. And that's out number 2.
We'll take another look at it. Josh Hamilton gets the out effectively and then just trips over his own feet. You mentioned it, Hawk. He got the big feet. That's what happens sometimes.
He's got some puppy dogs. So here's Alex. He's due. He's 0 for 3. Going out to center twice. He is going out to right. Takes ball 1. Knock him in. 51.
Knock them both in. As lively as it is in the ballpark tonight, doesn't take a whole lot to get it out.
Checks it up. He did not go. So the count 2-0.
And Alex knows that that one was up the corner, but again, it's been called all night. It's going to be called here.
The 2-1 pitch. And there's a softly hit ground ball. Andrus could not come up with it. So that'll be a base hit, and that will load him up for Paulie.
Broken bat as Ray tries to get it inside. Gets it most of the way in there. Andrews able to get to it, keep it in the infield. And the game is on the bases. The go-ahead run at first. And a chance for Ball. Drive in a few more. Mike Maddox has made a few trips to the mound tonight. Jackie Moore to the right of Ron Washington.
This game never ceases to amaze me. It's interesting. It really is. That's why it's such a great game. You got a 2-0 count on the guy. Throws one about 6 inches outside. He calls it a strike, and now he wants to come back in on him in the next pitch.
Well, that's sometimes your catcher outthinking himself.
Tell you what,
he's going to be looking 6 inches outside.
Well, John has been consistent tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all you want from an umpire is consistency. I tell you, I love it when he's behind the plate. He's going to call a strike. He's going to give him off the outside corner. He's not going to give you the inside corner. You know that. So you adjust. Oh, yeah. 2-0 now. The Catbird seat, Sox packed. Outfield straight up and spread out. And the count 3-0. Kotsay on deck. Don't help him out. Take 2.
If he throws strike one, there is no way that you would be taking the next one.
No. Not a chance. There's one. Not a chance.
Yeah. He'll be squeezing the sawdust out of that bat looking for the fastball.
Right here, Paulie. Right man, right place, right time, right now. That's a high ball 4. It is a 7-6 ball game, and here comes Kotsay.
Fabian number 35 in the second of the night. Ball Canerco. Trainer out to talk with Ray. Base is still loaded.
Mark, 0 for 3. He's due. Come on, buddy. Nice and easy, short and quick. Takes first pitch strike. They put 5 on the board in the top of this frame to take a 7-4 lead. Sox come right back with 2 to make it 7-6.
Dustin Nippert throwing in the pen again for Texas.
Breaking ball checks it up, and the count evens at 1. Big pitch right here, the 1-1. And it goes, advantage to Kotsay. All started with a 1-out single by Omar Vizquel. count 2-2.
And Mark talking to John Hirschbeck about that ball being down. Borderline, but close.
Fouls that one away. Up into the LG Skyline Club seats. Stay on top of him, 7. Takes that breaking ball. Full count. Now squeeze it. $20,075, and most of them on their feet. And the payoff pitch. Fights it off.
Another one too close to take. And Mark able to get a piece of it. So Ray is going to have to show he can get at least one more pitch in the zone. LG Skyline Club seats are getting a workout tonight.
Well, you're talking about steely-eyed Dan. What's Scott say? And once again, the payoff. That's foul back. Just underneath us.
That's what a pitcher really likes. You're battling to throw strikes. It's 3-2. You put 3 in the zone. They've been fouled off, and your catcher wants to come out, slow it down for you. And what's he going to tell you? You might want to throw a strike here.
And once again. That is popped up into left center field. So Ray just kept pumping strikes in there on the 3-2 count. But we do get right back in it with a pair. We're going to the 7th, trailing by 1. You can get the best Chicago sports news nightly on Sports Night presented by TEX. Coming up tonight after U.S. Cellular White Sox post-game live, we'll preview Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals between the Hawks and the Flyers. Plus a look around the major leagues, including complete post-game reaction from this game. to join Pat and Mark. Sports Night presented by Dex tonight after postgame live only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Randy Williams comes into this one at 0-1, ERA 5.40, out for the 20th time. He'll face Hamilton. And then we'll see. The bullpen is up and going. We'll see if he's on for just the one hitter.
I think he's on. Well, you got Murphy after Arias. So Hamilton is 1 for 3, a double. Gets a breaking ball.
Guy put up his glove and got hit, I believe, right in the side of the head.
There's Charlie Spikes when you need it.
Now he's taking his glove and throwing it down on the ground.
Get hit in the nose.
He did. Put up the glove, missed the ball, and got a face burger for his efforts.
He's all right, though. He's laughing. Embarrassed. And there's a base hit in the hole. So the leadoff single. And here comes Arias. He had an infield single, high chopper, and a little soft single. That started off that 5-run sixth with 1 out.
J.J. Puts loosening up in the pen.
Hamilton 3 for 4 in stolen bases. Rangers have 49. Sox have 52. First pitch strike. The 25-year-old first baseman right now. Big gap out there in left center. 7-14-1 for them, 6-11-1 for us.
Well, JJ is loosening up because after Murphy, it's Trainer, Gentry, and then back to Andrus, Young, Kinsler, Guerrero, all right-handed.
There's the strike, and the count 1-2. Pittsburgh beat the Cubs again, 3-2.
Tavio Dotel has saved 5 games against the Cubs this year.
He gone. Curveball. 1 out.
Good breaking ball after setting him up with the fastball. He just drops this one down and in.
Tampa Bay comes back with a big top of the 9th inning and beats Toronto 7-6. Joe Madden was thrown out of that ball game, as was Kevin Gray. Angel Hernandez got them both. Murphy 2 singles and a run scored. He also was hit into a 6-4-3 double play. Yankees beat Baltimore 3-1. Boston leading Oakland 7-4. Bottom of the 8th at Fenway. 6-4. Marlins beat the Brew Crew. Atlanta leading the Phillies 6-2, top of the 7th. Down in Georgia. And Murphy picks up his 3rd hit, so both left-handers get hits off Randy Williams. He strikes out the right-hander.
Now we'll see what Ozzie has planned. Doesn't want to run through his entire bullpen, but he's going to run through one here.
Ozzie trying to find some umpire to look at him. Now Laz Diaz will make the call to the pen. So Randy Williams departs, and we'll be back. The 25th annual Navy Night tomorrow right here at U.S. Cellular Field. Witness the pregame enlistment ceremony of the U.S. Navy Chicago White Sox Special Recruit Company. So call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com.
Alexis pursuing perfection call to the pen is J.J. Putz. On for the 17th time, 0-2. ERA 3.38. He inherits Ranger base runners at first and second with Matt Trainer up. Matt got a key base hit in the 6th. The next one by Gentry helped chase Mark Burley.
1 out, 2 on, and first pitch outside. (7-6) Texas here in the top of the 7th inning. If foul, it will. Into the seats. And the count evens at 1. Kevin Floyd against Scott Feldman tomorrow night, so make your plans to be with us here at beautiful U.S. Cellular Field. If you can't, that game will be over Comcast Sportsnet Plus. And on Thursday, Freddie Garcia. Oh, what a big game he pitched down at Tampa. Wow. Colby Lewis will be his opponent, as there's a ground ball. They're going to go to second base. They get the force on Murphy. 2 outs, runners at the corners.
Gentry being called back. Could be they'll use Bourbon and then put him into center field. Nope. Justin Smoke. First pinch hitting duty of the year for the youngster.
And here comes Coop. Smoke just 23 years old.
He's got to give JJ the scouting report on Smoke, has had all kinds of problems hitting right-handed. 0.59 as a right-hand hitter, just 2 for 34. Been a little better from the left side.
Three of his 4 home runs coming from the left side.
Smoke hit a long home run against us down there. Also had a double. It was 2 for 4 and then won that last game. So 2 down. Hamilton at third. Trainer at first. First pitch.
He hasn't been calling him inside all night. And Smoke, who was a first-round draft choice, the 11th pick overall in 2008, got to the big leagues in a hurry.
Take a look at that first pitch, the one that A.J. wanted.
Sets up inside. A.J. fills up the glove waist high. No call.
Elvis Andrus on deck. Smoke with a catbird seat, 2-0. And it's 3-0. There's one. Gap out there in left center field. Beckham on the grass at second. And the 3-1 pitch. Base hit. Hamilton scores, and it's an 8-6 Texas lead.
First pinch hitting appearance and first pinch hit of the year is that fastball right down the middle. Smoke took it right back up the middle.
And here's Andrus. Led off the ball game with a single. He also has walked and scored. He's 1 for 3. Well, he got a good pitch hit there and fouled it back. Andrus, in his rookie year last season, at the age of 20, he's only one of 5 players with 30-plus stolen bases in the season at the age of 20 or younger. Old Sherry McGee, he could run back in 19 and 05.
I remember him. Bases were 100 feet and he still stole.
Stole 48 that year. That's low away. Ty Cobb stole 49 in 19 and 07. Odell Washington in 1975 stole 40, and Ricky Henderson in 1979 stole 33, as did Elvis last year for Texas, stealing 33.
It's pretty good company.
And the count 1-2. In fact, he was the 3rd youngest player in Major League Baseball last season. Men on first and second, 2 down. And now J.J. will back it off. And the 1-2 pitch. He gone. He knew it. But they come up with one. 7th inning stretch. It is 8-6 Bad Guys.
Here's Julio Bourbon comes in to play center field. Justin Smoke stays in the game to play first base. And Frankie Francisco on the hill. Francisco 5-3, ERA 4.03, on for the 25th time. It's a lot of decisions for a relief pitcher. 27 strikeouts, 12 walks, and 22 1/3 innings.
Carlos Quentin will lead it off. He'll be followed by Alexi Ramirez and Omar Vizquel in this 8-6 Texas lead here in game 1 of this 3-game set and first of this 10-day, 9-game homestand. Sox led it 4-0 after 3. His first pitch strike for Carlos, who had a long home run into right center field. He's 1 for 3. That ball hit hard. Stay fair. Stay fair. Dadgummit. He got a hanger and he hurt it.
The ball was fair for a long time. At the last instant, it swerved in front of the pole at the 3:30 mark. Francisco trying to throw a curveball, throws a roller. And you see how long that ball was fair before the last instant. The hook.
Meanwhile, the count 0-2. Checks it up.
I think he called him out.
He did. John called him out. Didn't ask for any help.
It was a straight change. Carlos thought he had checked his swing. And Carlos wanted to appeal, but hitter doesn't get to appeal.
So just missing a home run in the strikeout, and Alexei fouls it straight back. The Stone Ponies here.
Francisco at 6'2" and optimistically listed at 250. Last year he was the closer on this team. He had 25 of them.
Watch out. Tries to bunt at it. And you can come to U.S. Cellular Field and enjoy Dog Day presented by Hills Pet Nutrition Thursday night. White Sox versus the Rangers, 7:10 p.m. For regular game tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com. Dog Day. I love Dog Day. And that's low. Bottom of the 7th in St. Louis, Cincinnati leading the Cardinals 9-8.
That game was 7-3 in favor of Cincinnati. The Cardinals took the lead 8-7. Now Cincinnati has bounced back to take the lead.
Got him. 2 down.
Just too late to be taking pitches on the outside corner because John Hirschbeck is going to call.
Well, here's Vizquel. He's done his thing tonight. He's 2 for 2. 2 singles, a walk, 2 runs scored to go along with a stolen base. And there's the strike and the count. 0-2. Vizquel, 390 stolen bases. Gets him right there. Now he's going to make the throw from his knees, and that'll retire the side. So 3 strikeouts for Francisco, and we'll go to the 8th. First pitch strike to Michael Young, leading off here in the top of the 8th inning. He's 2 for 3 with a sacrifice fly and a run scored. Michael hitting at .320 as he stands up to that dish. Ball hit hard. That's a hang whoop'em for the veteran. One of the best players, as we mentioned, under the radar in Major League Baseball. Some kind of player, except to the players themselves, they know he's a superstar.
Yeah, when they mention the great players in both leagues, and you hear people talking about it all the time, you never hear his name mentioned. I mean,
and he's right there with them.
Not even a consideration.
Yeah. Here's Kinsler. He's 2 for 4, 3 RBIs. Big 2-out. 2-run double back in the 6th inning when they scored 5 runs. $8-16-1 for them, $6-10-1 for us. Count evens at 1. Guerrero on deck. Yeah, Michael Young's the kind of guy, you got a man on second base. Man on second base, 2 outs, the toughest run in baseball to drive in. I just assume they have him up there as most anybody.
Lifetime .302 hitter coming into this year. Over 2,000 hits.
Broken bat, Matt Abatacola. Two down. Rangers trying to break a 4-game losing streak. Sox trying to improve on their record of 4-17 after they have won a ball game.
That makes it particularly difficult to put together a lengthy winning streak.
4-17.
It's almost unbelievable.
It is. I mean, it really is. Vlad's 1 for 3. Out and around that one, chops it foul.
Well, he doesn't care where that first pitch is. He's going to be hacking. However, they In this case, Mark Burley did something that was almost impossible to do, which was walk him in the first inning.
Back through the middle. So Guerrero was hitting .332 coming in at that at bat.
He's 2 for 4 tonight.
And here's Hamilton. He's 2 for 4. A strikeout, big strikeout in the first inning. He doubled in the fourth, grounded to first in the sixth, and he singled to lead off and scored last inning. Here goes Vlad. And there's a base hit in the center field. Vlad going to pull up. Alex got to it in a hurry. So back-to-back 2-out singles. And that'll bring up Bourbon. And a reminder, you can enter the Gordon Beckham Sweepstakes presented by Remington. All the good folks at Remington for the chance to win 4 Diamond Suite tickets to the July 5th game against the Angels and an opportunity to throw out the ceremonial first pitch, plus a pregame photo with Gordon Beckham. Visit WhiteSox.com for more details.
Bourbon came on defensively, and now he's getting his first at bat of the night, taking the spot occupied by Joaquin Arias.
AJ's going to go out and tell them what they want to do.
He's got Linebrink listening up in the pen. Bourbon has terrific speed.
In case you did not hear, Mark Teahan on the DL. Went Lilliebridge called up from Charlotte. There's a chopper foul. "18 hits are the Texans. There's Brent. 19 stolen bases. There's Vlad. Vlad's trying to prove to Texas that he can play another 2 or 3 years.
Well, he's doing a good job of it.
That mighty is.
Because JJ wasn't paying much attention to him, so he decided to take off. Fortunately, it was fouled back.
Vladimir, 12 homers. 44 driven in. Now that pitch back.
Juan Pierre playing in a position like he would be playing if he was playing with himself hitting, which is very shallow toward the line in left field, so that Bourbon can't dunk one in front of him, which is just about exactly where they play Juan.
2 on, 2 out in the 0-2 pitch. Just got a piece of that one. Top of the ninth now. Red Sox leading Oakland by 4. And once again, that's just foul. Thank you.
Red Sox down 4-0 in that game. They came roaring back, and they're going to put away the Oaklands.
Kansas City beat the Halos 6-3 at Kauffman Stadium. Top of the third at Safeco, 1-0 Mariners over Minnesota. And once again, the 0-2 pitch. And once again.
That one got a piece of AJ, and he's not feeling too good right now. John Hirschbeck goes out to talk with JJ, but he's allowing AJ's left foot to stop singing to him.
I've seen AJ for a long time. He can shake it off. He can shake it off as good as any catcher I have ever seen.
That is one tough position.
Well, it's a mindset. He just impervious to pain back there. He just shakes it off. Bad as it hurts. He'll hurt after the game, obviously. There they go in the 0-2, both of them. And another foul ball.
What makes that position behind the plate so tough is you got to know every one of their hitters. You have to know every one of your pitchers, whatever they like to do. You got to block pitches in the dirt. You got to take foul tips off every part of your anatomy. Have guys trying to run you down on throws from all over the field, and they ask you to hit on top of it.
And the bigger you are, the more foul tips you take.
Yes,
the more space you occupy, the more you're going to take.
They take a tremendous beating over the course of the year. That's why Maurer winning 3 batting championships is astonishing.
That's into center field, right at Alex, and that's going to retire the side. So after a lengthy at bat for Bone, JJ puts him away, but we still now trail by 2.
Sixth inning where Sergio Santos called into the game. Runners at first and second. He throws a wild pitch, which takes the Rangers out of a double play situation. This was part of a 5-run inning as the Rangers took what looked like a substantial lead, only to see the Sox come back and make a game of it. So Darren Oliver comes into the game on the heels of a tremendous performance by Frank Francisco. Oliver on for the 25th time, 1.71 ERA, no record. He is their left-handed specialist.
Well, he's 39 years old. He just seems to get better with age. Gordon is 2 for 3. 2 RBI singles. And a run scored. That's out of play.
Darren Oliver is living proof that if you throw with your left arm, you stay healthy and you can throw strikes, you can spend a great deal of time in the major leagues.
This is going in, well, 16th year.
16th year, and he's trying to play with just about everybody in baseball. This is second trip around with the Rangers. That's where he started. Got to the big leagues in '93 with the Rangers for the first time.
Well, very seldom do you see a resume like Darren has, as he gets him from a right-handed pitcher.
No, almost never.
So that's 4 straight strikeouts for Texas pitching. And here's Juan Pierre. Juan is 0 for 2 with 2 walks and a run scored.
There was a time when Oliver was a starting pitcher. 30 starts with the Rangers in '96, 32 in '97, 32 again with Colorado. The last 5 years, almost exclusively out of the bullpen. He started one time last year, an emergency start with the Angels.
And the count 0-2. Breaking ball, good pitch by Oliver. And that is out number 2. So here comes AJ. AJ 2 for 4, a couple of doubles, a run scored, and a run knocked in. All strikes from the southpaw. Eight 18-1 for them, 6 10-1 for us. There's a ball, and the count evens at 1. Took a little something off that breaking ball. That's what happens when you can change speeds on the breaking ball. Hitter's much more apt to swing it. Close, didn't get it. He has been with Texas, St. Louis, Texas, Boston, Colorado, Florida, Houston, Mets, Angels, Texas.
They love him in Texas.
Got him.
Again, outside pitch. Maybe not happy with it, but he's seen it called for his pitcher all night.
And taking another look at it.
line break coming in the game. Oh, that last pitch to AJ was way outside. Line break comes into this one at 1-0. ERA 4.19 on for the 17th time. 19 in the third innings, 18 hits. Trying to hold them there at a 2-run deficit.
David Murphy 3 for 4 tonight. All of them back through the middle. That's into left field. Juan is there.
There's that last pitch, and you can understand why AJ might be a little upset. He said that's a foot outside. He was right about that. AJ's got good eyes. It might have been more than that.
Oh, man. Well, that's a little too much. I don't mind 4 or 5 inches.
But you might as well just stay out there if you're Scott Lineman. I mean, why even bother to throw the ball inside at all?
There's no need to. Certainly to the other catcher, because he can't say a word. 2 down. For us, it's going to be Rios, Canerco, Conce, Quinton, Ramirez, and hopefully a few more as we trail it 8-6 here with 2 out in the top of the 9th inning. Justin Smoke pinch hit for Craig Gentry back in the 7th inning. Picked up an RBI single. Now it's a 3-run lead.
Well, that young man has a whole lot of power. He showed it to us in Texas. He just showed it to us again. If he starts to swing the bat ever from the right side, close to what he is capable of from the left side, they've got themselves a #1 draft pick that's going to make quite a mark in this game. This fastball right down the middle. And he, well, I was going to say smoked it, but that's a little obvious. He crushed it.
Elvis Andrus. He's 1 for 4 tonight. So it's a 9-6 Texas lead. Smoke out of Goose Creek, South Carolina.
It's got to be one of your favorite towns.
Missed that one, even though I was born in South Carolina. Smoke 3 years at the University of South Carolina. It's a Gamecock. The chopper, 2-hopper, and the low throw by Alexei. And that'll do it. They pick up 1 on the homer by Justin Smoke, and we'll go to the bottom of the 9th, trailing by 3.
these Rangers. Coverage begins at 6:30 with Felco White Sox pregame live, and you can also get in on Picks to Click. So watch the Felco White Sox pregame live. White Sox Rangers tomorrow night at 6:30 right here on Comcast Sportsnet Plus, fans' best friend.
Telly Feliz comes into the game, the hard-throwing young right-hander at 1-1, ERA just under 3. On for the 25th time, he's looking for save number 14. 25 strikeouts, just 5 walks in 24 and a third innings. Those are pretty impressive numbers. And left-handers, you might as well go home, hitting 106 against the right-hander.
I think I mentioned to you, Stone Pony, I was listening to a game driving home between the Rangers and the A's. He came in the 9th inning, threw 14 pitches, and the slowest one was 97.
Great arm.
So here is Alex. Takes high. That one at 95. But they say he really has trouble working 2 days in a row. So his velocity really goes down. Back through the middle and into center field for a base hit. So that's a good way to start here. We'll put the tying run on deck as Paulie will be the hitter.
And fastball down and trying to hit the outside corner. Alex didn't allow him to get it there. Feliz is just 22 years old. He turned 22 on May 2nd. 6'3", 215.
Outfield swung around to the right. There's a strike, and you can visit the official online shop of the White Sox. Browse the largest selection of official gear, including the latest apparel, nostalgic memorabilia, and authentic classics for the whole family. So get your gear from the official source. Shop www.whitesox.com. Breaking ball, blocked nicely by Trainer.
Feliz came out of the Braves organization in that same deal that brought Andrews here. That sent Mark Teixeira to Atlanta.
And that's up high. So, a count 3-1. That's out of play right side, so a full count to Konerko. Right here, Paulie. And that's ball 4. So now the tying run comes to the plate.
Andrews goes in. Trainer goes out. And they're meeting with the young right-hander.
So here's Mark. He has faced Feliz one time. He's 0 for 1. Takes ball 1. Outfield really spread out, not equidistant, shaded to the left.
And they're very deep all the way around in a no double set. A lot of room to drop the ball in front of them, and plenty of room down the right field line or in the straightaway right center, as Murphy is way off the line.
That one at 99. One and two the count to Kotsay. We have had other opportunities, if you're just getting home tuning in, to put some points on the board tonight and did not do it. Just got a piece of that one. That one also at 99. Stay with him, Mark. Short and quick, buddy. And that one fouled back. That one at 97.
Took something off, huh?
Change it. Sox led this game 4-0 after 2. Scored 1 in the first, 3 in the second. And the Rangers 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. But they put that 5 spot on the board in the sixth. And another foul ball. We came right back with 2 in the bottom of the sixth, and they added 1 in the seventh and 1 here in the top of the ninth inning. And once again, the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Frozen.
Well, when a guy throws 99 and you're sitting there with 2 strikes and he throws you one of those, it's really hard to be looking for. That just cut down the middle of the plate, and there's nothing you can do when a guy gets that one over.
So here's Carlos. He's faced Feliz one time, has 1 hit. It was a double. Carlos homered, leading off the second. He's 1 for 4. Takes that one at 96, up and in. And the count 2-0. Catbird seat. And the count 3-0 with Alexei on deck. And that's up high. That will load him up.
And that'll bring Mike Maddox out from the dugout. The tying run at first. And the one left-hander that Belize has faced, he struck out. The three right-handers all reached base. Now, one of the fastest, if not the fastest man on the team, Brent Lillibridge, takes over to pinch run at first base.
Well, not going to be scoring from first. I don't care how fast you are on the tweener because those guys are playing on the track. Play deep and no double set. Alexei is 1 for 4.
And with the bases loaded, he's just been outstanding his entire career.
All right, big guy. First ball pops it up right side. And that is out number 2. So now, Omar Vizquel, who's 2 for 3 with a walk, a couple of runs scored, and a stolen base at the plate. Big out right there. Come on, Omar. Checks it up and takes ball 1. That one at 99. And that's into center field. When that ball comes down, this game will be over. So the Sox threaten here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Get the bases loaded. Can't do anything with it. And overall, Stone Pony, this was just a bad game.
Well, I think the 9th inning was a microcosm of the offense tonight. They scored early. It looked like things were beautiful with 4 in the first 2 innings. Mark Burley tired, and they had enough opportunities that the Rangers just couldn't cash it in.
And let's check out our GMC player of the game as the Rangers break a 4-game losing streak. It is the second baseman Ian Kinsler with an RBI single in the 5th to take 2 out.